Flawless victory. Hey, it's the Pacific Northwest Geek here, Echo Kiro. I just got done watching Mortal Kombat, the 2021 movie, and actually, I liked it. There were points of it I didn't care for the character of Cole, who essentially is an MMA fighter who apparently can't win fights. He's a bit of a pussy. Didn't like the fact that once he gets powers or whatever, he's still pretty much a pussy, but now they're gonna follow him. I've never really been a fan of have a character who essentially is a pussy, and then the second they get powers, all the other characters gotta bow down to them, and that's what happens with him. Now, if you've played the game series, and you know the game series, of course, is particularly on the violent side, we do get some violence. We see a character who basically, one character gets his head smashed in, another gets his stomach cut open and the intestine falls out. Someone gets cut in half. Yes, motherfucker, we got the Mortal Kombat violence in this at times. So, and my mom's talking to a cousin and asking me, do you think we would like this movie? And it's like, got nothing against blood, got nothing against gore, because there's a wee bit of gore in here. And not as much as the game, because again, that game is woo-wee. Definitely got some gore. There's some some stuff from like the games, like the guy getting the head smashed. I believe that was a fatality. Someone getting cut in half, fatality. You do hear lines like flawless victory, finish him. Someone getting the heart ripped out. So it is pretty cool. I did enjoy it, other than the Cole thing. Hinzo, dude, Scorpion is by far my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I've already discovered he's a demonically pissed off undead. If you've never really gone into the mythology of the game, let me give you a quick little touch up here. Hanzo Hashi was a ninja, an assassin, was given the name of Scorpion. Bai Lin, the original Sub-Zero, killed his family. He went to confront him, but then he got killed by Bai Lin. He goes to hell, where basically Benji comes out, was able to escape from hell, get out of hell, because he's pissed off and wants to kill some motherfuckers, particularly Bai Lin. Now Cole is basically, okay, a little bit spoiler, Cole is like his descendant, because I think he's like his descendant, and I didn't really care for that factor. In the previous two live-action movies, made in 95, I believe it was, and I forget when the second one, Annihilation, was made, Liu Kang was the central character here. He's just kind of more of a supporting cast. You do get his, I want to see when he does that little, like, mid-air, like, running kick type deal, bicycle kick thing he does. You get his cousin, Quan Li. There is a reference to their ancestor. There is some pretty cool, like, little Easter eggs to characters we don't see in this movie. We see, initially there's a painting of Shao Kahn, and later on we see a statue. I think, we see some, I don't know, we might have seen a statue more than once of Shao Kahn. Katana's not in this movie, but her fan appears as one of the, like, little artifacts at, that appears there at the little temple, Raiden Temple. And there's a scene where Kano steals his amulet. Now, if you are a Mortal Kombat fan, particularly of when they did the reboot with Mortal Kombat 9, or also known as Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat 11, particularly Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 10, that amulet's going to be very familiar to you. It's the amulet that Chinook, I believe is how you say his name, it's the amulet that he was trapped in. So that appears in there. So that was, pretty cool to see that. Now, again, it's not going to be the greatest video game movies, and maybe because of someone who I did enjoy the series, and I'm not really been that big on movies that are basically adaptations of video games. My previous video, I went on a rant about that. So maybe I went in with a bit critical of that, and also because I had just seen that at that point, I had just seen Sonic the Hedgehog and Monster Hunter, and really didn't care for Monster Hunter. But then again, I don't really follow the Monster Hunter mythology, even though I have the game. and I was a fan of Sonic. Now, this is actually, perhaps it is a decent, and then the cold thing, which I'm probably get something I would really harp on. And then the cold thing, it is actually does pretty good. Would have liked to see more Scorpion in it because, he is central to it, but you don't see him that much. Again, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers. The fact that we see Katana's fan, I don't know, maybe we'll see her at some point. Who knows, if they do make another one, maybe we'll see her. Because there, is alluded to him saying that he's going to get more fighters. The fact that we see statues and a painting of Shao Kahn, so maybe he can appear. The amulet, maybe if they do another movie or two, we at some point could see Chinook. Which would be cool. Now, there's this one guy, Rocky. He's this big guy who works for Shao Tsung, or whatever, the main guy. He's big guy, has a hammer. He's the guy basically gets his head obliterated. Now, he might look familiar to some people, particularly to wrestling fans. One's in the early 2000s because he's played by Nathan Jones, who briefly worked for the WWE in 2002, 2003, maybe 2004 at the latest. I think he worked with them like a year or two and then left. I think he's left wrestling altogether, and he's done some acting. He was in Mad Max Fury Road, that last theatrical Mad Max movie. He was in there. So he's in this movie. He plays one of the henchmen. The guy who did who does the wizard guy, the Shao Tsung, Shang Tsu. I'm terrible with names these days. I wish they'd give him more stuff. Some characters you wish that had more airtime. I would like more with Raiden. I liked Cabal. Cabal is pretty cool in this movie when he's like talking about Keno. It's like, yeah, he's a black stabbing son of a bitch motherfucker. He's just like, okay. I think this guy doesn't exactly think fondly of Kano, who also Reptile's in this, and he looks nothing like he does in the games. Now, if you remember, he was in the first live-action Mortal Kombat movie, looking like a bad CGI reptile thing that possesses a statue, and then ends up looking like a color-swapped Scorpion or Sub-Zero, which I believe, I remember right, how he kind of looked in the original game until they kind of went with a different look. Here, the CGI is much better than it was in 1995. He's kind of cool looking. I kind of like him. Goro's in this. Another cool looking job they did on him. Although for some reason I kept looking at his face and was thinking Incredible Hulk. This looks like a lean down, four-armed Incredible Hulk, only not green. Now they definitely tease us with possible sequels or a sequel. We yet to see. If it does good enough, maybe we will, and hopefully they'll at least do the franchise some justice and kill Cole off. I don't like Cole. We'll see more Henzo, maybe Johnny Cage, Katana. There is definitely a lot. See who else would be nice to see? Frost, Cyrox, Smoke, Rain. Again, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, then you know there's a huge roster of characters. Some of these characters have appeared before in the previous two live-action adaptations. I don't recall if Cabal appeared. I don't think he did. I think the one vampire girl, she might have appeared. So Dell, she appeared in the second movie, Annihilation. But it's on HBO Max right now. Oh, you can go to the theater. Worth checking out if you're a Mortal Kombat fan. Again, if you're a fan, you're gonna notice a little Easter eggs. Like I said, the first one that really caught my attention was seeing that amulet going Shuduk, and then of course the quick glimpse of Katana's fan. Now maybe if you're a fan, if you watch the movie and you catch more Easter eggs, more references to other things in the series. Let's see what we got here. Alright, I get an message from, I think it's Poor Recipes for Danhausen. Fuck, sorry. Ooh, no swearing! Anyways, go ahead and check the movie out, and if you catch any other Easter eggs other than, there's a Johnny Cage one, yes. Katana, Chinook, Shao Kahn. If you see other, like, little Easter eggs, go ahead and share them. I would like to hear them. Also, I gotta say one thing about Melina. You don't see her teeth like the mouth like she has in the games. Instead, it looks like she has some kind of affection. It is pretty cool once you see it, but you don't get really that good of a shot of him. But anyways, again, if you catch any other Easter eggs, I would like to hear about them so I can go back and watch and look for them. Anyways, I am Echo Kero. I'll see you on the flip side. I'm gonna go play some video games, maybe Mortal Kombat. Even though I really suck at Mortal Kombat. Anyways, I will see you on the flip side.